In this video, I'm going to give you a clear roadmap and action plan to start your career as a general virtual assistant. So if you are interested in starting virtual assistants but you maybe get confused with all the information on YouTube, this video is going to give you the clarity that you need to get started the right way. And we are going to start by understanding what is general virtual assistant and what does a general virtual assistant do. A general virtual assistant is simply a virtual assistant who doesn't pick some specific areas of specialization. For example, a virtual assistant can specialize in serving online coaches, or you can specialize in being a real estate virtual assistant, or you can specialize as maybe customer service virtual assistant, or you can specialize as a data entry virtual assistant. These are all specializations, but a general virtual assistant doesn't choose any specialization. You as a general virtual assistant, you are helping your client with a little bit of everything. If I hire you to be my general virtual assistant, if I have some data entry work that I need help taking care of, I will pass it on to you. If I need some help with content writing, I will talk to you about it. If I need help with internet research, you are my guy. If I have my calendar, I need someone to manage my calendar, you are going to do it for me. So general virtual assistant is doing a little bit of everything for a client. And the difference is, if someone hires you to be a general virtual assistant, most times the client is not looking for someone who have an expertise in something specific. Clients are only looking for someone to help save them time, and that is why it is easier in most cases to start as a general BA, because clients are not expecting you to be an expert. You only need to have good knowledge and understanding of some of the common online tools in order to succeed as a general virtual assistant. Okay, now that we understand what a general virtual assistant do, the next thing that you need to do is learn the general online tools that businesses use. If someone hires you to be their general BA, you are most likely going to have to work with Excel or Google Sheet. They are like the same thing. If you know how to use Excel, you know how to use Google Sheet. So this is the first thing that you need to learn. You need to learn how to use Excel or Google Sheet for data entry, because data entry is one of those things that almost all businesses need some data entry work at some point. So you need to have basic understanding of data entry. And the next thing you need to know how to use is Gmail. You need to know how to use Gmail to send and receive emails and do some of the basic things like writing emails. And another thing you need to learn is how to use Google Calendar. Google Calendar is one of the easiest to learn, really. And if you learn how to use Google Calendar, then you have the foundation. Even if a client is using Outlook or other online calendar tools, it is not going to be too complicated for you to learn. And another thing that you are going to need to learn is how to use ChatGPT. With the rise of AI, ChatGPT and other AI tools, it's very important as a general BA to learn how to use ChatGPT. It's not going to be that difficult. The more you use tools like ChatGPT, the better you are going to be at using tools like ChatGPT. For example, if I write content with AI with ChatGPT, I'm going to put enough focus into making it sound like me. Whereas if you don't know how to use AI that much, you can write an email and send, and anyone who look at it, they are going to automatically know that it comes from ChatGPT. And so that is why learning how to use ChatGPT the right way is very important for a general BA. Another thing you are going to want to learn is how to do online research, how to go to website, find information, and maybe compile it into an easy to read and understand format. For example, if you are working for someone and they want to travel to Singapore, or let me give you an example of a client some time ago. The client want to travel to Singapore for a few months. While they are at Singapore, the client want to learn some language. One of the languages that we speak in Singapore. And so the client asked me to search for available flight from the US to Singapore, search for affordable accommodations in the state that the client want to visit, and also search for schools that teach the language that the person want to learn. So I have to go to Google, do a search, find the relevant information, compile it into a Google Doc, and I send it to the client. So learning how to do online research is also very important. And you also need to learn how to use Google Doc. Google Doc or Microsoft Word is like the same thing. If you know how to use one, you know how to use the other. So these are some of the basic things that you need to learn in order to succeed as a general virtual assistant. And remember, you don't need to be an expert in any of this, you just need to know how to do it right. If you know how to do it right, that is all you need. And if any of this is a challenge, if learning these online tools is a challenge for you, I just recently launched an online school where I'm going to be teaching you all of these skills so that you will have all the confidence and the actual skills that clients are hiring for. If you want to learn more about my online school, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. The next thing, after you have the skills, you learn these online tools that you can start offering your services to client, is package yourself in a portfolio. A portfolio is simply a personal showcase of yourself that is going to show the client who you are. A client can look at your portfolio and understand who you are, what you do, your relevant experiences, how you can help them do what they want you to do for them. So a portfolio is simply like a showroom where a client can walk in and get to know you and decide whether they will hire you or not. And there are many places to create a portfolio, but as a general virtual assistant, there are 3 places that I recommend you start with. The first part is freelancing platforms. There are 3 major freelancing platforms, which are Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer.com. I personally don't like Freelancer.com very much, but if you want to try it, it's up to you. You can create your account there, but I recommend you start with Upwork and Fiverr. Especially Upwork, I personally, based on my own experience, there are more clients hiring for general virtual assistant on Upwork than on all of these other platforms. So create your account on Upwork, create your account on Fiverr. Your account, your profile on Upwork and Fiverr can serve as your portfolio. And the next thing, after you create your profiles on Upwork and Fiverr, you shall also create your portfolio separately, not on a freelancing platform. A good place I recommend is Canva. You can create your portfolio in a personal website like www.sadiqumar.com, but that is going to be too challenging if you are just getting started. That is why I recommend you use Canva. With Canva, you can create your portfolio in a PDF format or in a website-like format that you can share the link to potential client and they can take a look at it and understand everything. There are benefits to creating your portfolio outside of a freelancing platform. Freelancing platforms doesn't allow sharing personal information like email with your potential client. And so that is why if you find a potential client somewhere outside of Upwork or Fiverr, it might not be a good idea to share your link to your freelancing platform profile, because if you do that, then they are not going to be able to see your email or your social profiles. They cannot communicate with you directly. They can only communicate with you on the platform. And if you work on those platforms, they are going to take a commission. They are going to take a part of all your money. And so if you found the client outside of freelancing platform, it is most often a good idea to not take the client to a freelancing platform, because you are going to have to give up 10 or 20% of your income. And so that is why you shall have your portfolio on a freelancing platform and also outside of a freelancing platform. I have tutorials on how to create your account on Upwork, Fiverr, and also how to create your portfolio in Canva. I'm going to put links to all of this in the description of this video. So the next thing after this, after you have the skills, you create your portfolio, is start looking for client. There are different places to find client, and different places or different things work for different people. The best place that I recommend beginners to start with is freelancing platforms, Upwork and Fiverr, because there are a lot of clients there. Most people, if they think of hiring virtual assistant, they go to a freelancing platform, and that is why you should be there. But that's not the only place that you can find client as a virtual assistant. You can find clients through cold outreach. Cold outreach, which means you find people who you believe they are going to benefit from your service. You send them an email or a social media message. You introduce yourself and you offer your services to them. You can find clients through referrals. If you know some people that maybe they know someone that might need your services, you can let the word out, let everyone know what you do. Finding client is the hardest challenge, and that is why when you are at this stage of looking for client, you have to try a lot of things, and you have to put in all the time that it requires into learning how to write good proposal, how to create good portfolio, how to even communicate with client, how to find the right people, and how to approach them. All of these steps takes time. You are at a stage of learning and practicing, and that is the only way you can get through this stage. Learn, practice, make mistakes, do better, and eventually you can find your first client. Then you can review what you did wrong, what you did right, And how can you find another client based on the information that you have with your previous client. And if you want to learn more about all the actual ways that people find clients as beginners to virtual assistant, you can watch this next video. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. I will see you in the next one.